Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about something that's sure to get some egos hurt. We are seeing more women out here hitting the wall once they've hit 40. They want love, they want commitment, they want something real. But most men don't want to deal with their traumas and past toxic experiences. Let me know your thoughts and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started.
My pussy just wants to fuck, my heart just wants some love, my brain just wants some peace, my tummy needs a snack and my body needs a nap. I'm confused.
You got a lot of problems, don't you?
Being in my 40s has made me recognize that when people talk about you, most of the time they just don't have access to you. And that's the only thing that they can do. Because the people that are in your circle that experience you and love you and feel that energy, they get it.
That I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me.
Uh-oh.
It's so sad.
I don't have a husband to
But y'all so independent though, right?
help me. That I'm 46.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
There are 3 S's to finding love in your 40s, and that's coming from a 43-year-old. First thing is you want your girl to always feel safe. Make her feel untouchable when she's in your arms. Make her feel secure. No other woman out there is going to love you like she does. And lastly, bring simplicity. Life is hard enough. Make life simple and enjoy the little things together. And if you can do all that, you're pretty damn lucky. What are your 3 S's?
Single women in their 40s. What are we doing to meet men? What are we doing? How are we doing it? Can anyone help me? Because I need all the help I can get. Apps here in Australia, Gold Coast, nope, not a thing. So how are we doing it? Please help me because I'm just, I don't know. Am I going to be single forever at this rate? I feel like it. So single ladies over 40, what are we doing? Help a mama out.
At this point in my life, I want a partner who's like me. I did all the work. I did everything to make myself the bestest version of me. And I'm not settling for anything less than I deserve. And it's not fair for me to let someone in who is not willing to do the work, who is not willing to journey with me, and who's not willing for me to support. Relationship works if you both have willingness to help elevate each other, to help heal each other, to help grow each other. And there are people out there that is exactly like.
How to stay hopeful that we can meet our soulmate and have a family in our 40s.
You can't have a conversation, especially for women, about their love lives without addressing that fundamental question, because the thing that for so many women has them making bad decisions is the feeling of wanting to have a child, wanting to have a family, and feeling like time is slipping away, and then panic buying a relationship as a result, and all of the problems that come with that. The hardest conversation, we've talked about this, is the one you have to have with yourself. People are not figuring out what's my plan B if plan A doesn't work out. Plan A might be, I meet someone this afternoon, they're the love of my life, and 2 years from now we're having kids. That might be plan A. But if plan A doesn't happen, how important is it to you to still have a child? You really need to have a good answer for that question.
Let me tell you something I've learned about being a woman in her 40s. We're savage. What do I mean by that? I don't know if it's early perimenopause or you just get to a point in your life where you're like, you know what? I've dealt with everybody's crap for 40-something years and I'm done. And if I don't want to do things, I don't do them. And if I don't want to deal with people, I don't deal with them. I say no. I set boundaries. And I don't feel bad about it. And if people can't do what they say they're going to do, that's fine. You won't hear from me again. That's just the phase of life I'm in. It's ruthless, but I kind of love it.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I'm 46 years old, and while I'm getting ready for surgery and everything, it dawned on me that I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me. Being single and 46 sucks. It just sucks. And I make jokes about buffoons that I have been encountering in dating, but in reality, this is my reality.
all these women out here who adapt this feminist ideology and think that men ain't shit and that they're strong and independent, that they can pay their own bills and carry their own weight and have their own careers, they will all face this exact same reality right over here, man. Oh man, don't nobody want to be alone when you got health issues. Believe me when I tell you, man, your friends, they ain't really gonna be around there, you know. But a man is gonna be there for you 24/7, looking out for you and taking care of you, man.
When people ask me what I'm looking for, what is it that I want in the dating world, it's a very simple explanation. Someone to grow old with. That's it. Simple as that. At my age, I am very upfront and forward and transparent with people about exactly what I'm looking for, so there's no miscommunication and nobody's misled. That gives the other person an opportunity to back out or to proceed. It depends what they're looking for. Because if we're not on the same playing field, then no one's going to win.
Okay, reason why women over 40 can't find a man, because they're stuck in their ways. Because some other man treat them bad and ruin their mind mentally, and mentally she hasn't decluttered from what the other man did. And a lot of the women they're delusional. They have unrealistic expectation, thinking somebody gonna come and save them. And a lot of women, they can't change because mentally they all of a sudden they know they work, but they didn't know they worked 10 years ago. And a lot of them thinking that they could pull a man that they could pull when they were younger, and it's just not that case. Unrealistic. Some of them are very unrealistic and delusional. And a lot of these women that's delusional, they don't look good. They simply don't look good. They're unable to pull the men that they want to pull. A lot of them had let themselves go. Talking to some of those women in their 40s, talking to a doorknob. They don't do anything, okay? And they're very aggressive. A lot of them are very aggressive, okay? Ignorant. Can't change them. So, guys, let me just tell you, stay away from them.
Dating when you're 40 sucks. There's no way around it. It sucks. It sucks. I was on Tinder today, and I know it's whatever. Sue me. And every man that I saw, or every 3 guys, was a scammer. They were fake. They're too pretty. They have the best job. They're athletic. They're just beautiful. They're in some exotic background, travel. You can just tell. There's no way that all of these guys are between 30 to 45 minutes or miles away from me. There's no way. And then the guys who are real, oh, bless their heart. There's no in between anymore. Like, where are y'all? What am I supposed to do? I mean, I could go out more, should go out more or something. My daughter's 14. It should be easier for me to do this, and it's not. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what apps to do. What apps? Do people use apps anymore? What are y'all doing to meet someone? It's very frustrating. I'm like this close to just giving up. Whatever.
You know what makes it worse? Women's standards are all over the place. Some act like they're queens and men owe them the world. Others have put themselves on such a high pedestal that anyone beneath them seems like a peasant. Some have been in their masculine for so long that they've forgotten how to be feminine. And most want a man to come along and fix them and take care of everything.
Met a great guy. He seemed really great. My friends were like, I don't know, he's a first responder. And he's that certain type of first responder that has a bad reputation. Sorry, but they do. That's what I was told anyway. I'd never dated one. Anyway, on the 3rd date, he told me he loved me. And I was like, and I couldn't help it. It literally just came out of my mouth. Like, wow, that's weird. Like, it's kind of early. And he's like, yeah, sorry, yeah, I know it's kind of early, but that's how I feel. I was like, okay. And we went out on some more dates, but what was weird was we had been texting and calling each other a lot. And then all of a sudden, he was like barely texting me. He would text me, but not all that much. And I said, you know, I noticed that you've really pulled back. 30 minutes later, he texts me and he says, I can't deal with this right now. I'll reach out after my shift. If you feel like talking, we can do so then. And I was like, wow, yikes, okay. Anyway, he reaches out after his shift, which is 4 days later. And he goes, so do you want to talk? And I said, sure. Yeah. He says, well, I thought our communication was fine. So then he says, I don't feel like this conversation is really going anywhere, do you? And I said, and he said, you know, you're being really dismissive. I was like, I'm not trying to be dismissive. And he's like, I don't feel like this conversation is going anywhere. I was like, okay, well, speaking of dismissive, and he goes, that is the meanest thing you've ever said to me. I was like, wait, what? That's literally what you had just said to me. And now you're telling me you don't feel like the conversation's going anywhere and you want to hang up. So when I said anyway, he wasn't feeling that great. So we hung up, and I actually DoorDashed him some cold medicines and some chicken soup. That was the last I ever heard from him. We never spoke again. And that was 2 months ago.
So I wanted to make a video today for, you know, my fellow 35-year-old plus ladies, because I turned 40 last week, and I pretty much spent the last few months of 2024 dreading my birthday, because I bought into the whole concept that it's like I am, you know, like I'm no longer worthy, or I have no value, or no man's ever gonna want me, because technically we're told that once a woman is 40, you're expired. And I just want to let you know that it's not so bad. Yeah, like it's like I didn't want, it's actually really sad, and really, yeah, I just think it's tragic that that's how I lived my last few months before my 40th, was feeling horrible about myself. Like, it's almost like the day was going to come and something horrible was going to happen to me. And I got to tell you, like from one day to the next, nothing's changed. And I think we need to start normalizing the beauty and the grace that comes from just aging as a woman. You know, I think it's okay to not be 20 anymore, or 30. And if there's fuckwits out there that are telling us that we're no longer of service, or we have no value, then those people aren't for us. And you need to take your toxic energy elsewhere, because you're fucking wrong. And if you want a 20-year-old over someone that knows herself or whatever, that's also your choice. I don't ever want to be around someone that doesn't value me or thinks that way. So it's like, it's okay. It's okay to age. And I am of value. And I'm still amazing. So apparently there's research. There is scientific research that has found that the number one most happy individual on this planet in life are single women. And the number two, the second most happiest person on this planet, are married men. I will choose peace and happiness over draining and sacrificing and betraying myself for someone else and man children. No, thank you. I'm good. For me, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I've been single most of my life, and I'm good. I've survived. I've made a life for myself. I've built a business. I've worked on myself, and that is more of a life for me because that's my path than being able to lock down a guy, a great guy. I am sorry, but all men are the same, great or not. What is great? A lot of men seem to think that they're pretty good guys, but as soon as the mask comes off and they wait months and months until you're comfortable for you to actually see who the fuck they are because they pretend to be someone, then you're fucked. And then your life is drained and there's promises that aren't fulfilled, and somehow I'm the women or the other person is the problem because they want to talk about things, they want to resolve things. But men haven't learned to emotionally regulate themselves, and I'm not saying that it's their problem, it's society's problem, but I'm not going to make it my problem anymore. I don't have fucking time for this, and you shouldn't have time for this.
Posted a video about starting over post-divorce when you're 40. It did pretty well, and one of the questions in there was, please, I need some tips. My number one tip: you have to put yourself first. You have to be a priority. That's your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, your psychological health. Number two, forget the past. When I mean that, I mean the resentment you're holding on to, the anger, the sadness. You have to let that go. Not forget it, but you have to let it go so you can now move forward. You can't change the past, right? You can't change what happened, no matter what it is. You can't go back. But if you stay in that mind frame, that world of your past, it's going to hold you back from moving forward. And the third, you need a plan. You, remember, you are the priority now. This is your life. You are steering your life for the future. So what do you want your future to look like? What kind of job do you want to do? What kind of money do you want to do? What kind of freedom with your job and money? If you're a mom, how do you want to be a mom? What kind of mom do you want to be? If you want to be around as much as you can, you're going to have a job or start your own business where you have that freedom with your time. Your health. Put your health first. What do you want to do? Do you want to lose weight now? Do you want to get in the best shape of your life? You want to have that glow up that you deserve? You have to have a plan. Are there hobbies that you enjoy but you always put them on the back burner, or you never did it because it was not something that fit in your life? Maybe other people made you feel weird about it. Now this is your time to be you. Enjoy your hobbies, but you have to have a plan of how you want your life. Think of it visually. Think of it.
Date younger men, date younger men, date younger men. I have always been treated better by younger men. Their energy is almost like they're trying to earn you. And I'm not talking about immature boys who are lost and don't know what they want, even though that's not just younger men. I'm talking about men who have their shit together, they know what they want, and they're looking for commitment and monogamy, and they know how to treat a woman like a princess. Age does not indicate maturity, behavior does. You can meet a 24-year-old man and a 36-year-old boy. From my experience, I feel like younger men just put you on a bit of a pedestal. It's like they can sense your confidence, that you know what you want and you're not going to take any shit. So they know one wrong move and you're out. Because I think a lot of us, when we do date younger men, we're kind of like, all right, let's give it a go. Like, we're not taking it too seriously. If it works out, it does. If it doesn't, we don't really care. We're just like, fine, let's give it a go. It didn't work out with someone my age or older. Let's give this younger guy a chance. And because you go into it with that energy of not caring too much, I feel like they can sense that nonchalantness to you. They can sense it. So it's like they're more eager. They want to be on point. They want to impress you because you are no longer oozing the energy of desperation of, oh, I really hope it works out. Oh, I really like this guy. When you don't have that energy anymore, you're just more fun. You're more free. You have this more abundant energy. And of course, this doesn't have to be with younger guys. This can just be your mindset in general. But I do think it's a big factor of why younger men treat you better, because the truth is you just place less importance on it. You just don't care as much.
So yeah, I can see how more and more women 40 and over are feeling the pain of hitting the wall. Maybe if they hadn't spent their younger years pushing away men that would have made good partners, they wouldn't be in this predicament. What do you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.